Your St. John Millie's dance team, choreographed by Anessa Lotman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the night where we please welcome the opposing team.
Good evening and welcome to Harbor Station for tonight's National Basketball League of Canada tilt between the visiting Island Storm and the hometown St. John Millrats. We are back and better than ever here tonight. Jason Perkins and David DeLine bringing you all the action. And I gotta tell you, Jay, feeling pretty good to be back behind the mic again.
Just a job, took you off the shelf, and we're ready to rock. Things are looking great here tonight at Harbor Station.
Absolutely. Apparently, I had a heartbeat and a pulse, and that put me up onto the microphone. St. John comes in here tonight with a record that has them sitting .1 in the division and 4th overall in the league. St. John with 17 wins versus 10 losses, for a .630 winning percentage. The Storm, 14 wins against 13 losses. That puts them second in the division and 5th overall in the league. So again, very compatible teams and a couple of coaches that, yeah, they know each other.
Number 15,
yeah, these two guys have known each other
Jones.
now over the last couple seasons. Joe Salerno, of course, a great coach.
And power forward, number 5, Antonio Ballard.
Storm,
thank you, and Rob Spahn this year.
And at center this evening, number 50, Steve Changon.
The culture of the organization and really giving them a mission of winning a championship.
The head coach of the Island Storm is Joe Salerno.
This is the house that Anthony Anderson
Leslie,
built.
And
when you look at it that way, as far as
Lieber.
his contributions to this organization over the last couple of years, and now being able to fill it around with some players that can take them to that next level. They've got the coaching, they've got the talent,
George,
decent fan support, but they're also at a franchise spot right now where these fans, they want to see a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. St. John loves a winner. It's been quite a while since they've seen a championship in this building right now, and St. John on the verge this year, certainly scratching.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get you to turn your attention to the west entrance of Harbor Station as the Millrats head coach, Rob Spahn, is being delivered to the court.
So with that, folks, let's take it to our in-house announcer for your starting lineup of your St. John Millrats.
It's the truck that goes where others fear to tread. Once again, looking resplendent in his sartorial elegance, that is head coach Rob Spahn. The Millrats assistant coaches are Paul Vaughn, Randy Lotman, Jim Palmer, and Aaron Drummond.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Raise my flag, down my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. We're painted red.
Let's get ready to rumble.
St. John Millrats, time to turn up.
Out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa.
And now please turn your attention to the east end of Harbor Station as we introduce your 2013-2014 St. John Millrats for tonight's game. Brought to you by St. John Industrial Parts. Starting things off, 00, Jonas Pierre.
My name is Jonas Pierre. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. I went to Liffey University, and I'm number 0.
Number 10, Dwayne Smith.
My name is Dwayne Smith, and I'm number 10. I'm from Toronto, and I went to the University of Tennessee at Martin.
Number 11, Radio.
Raheem Singleton, Boston, Mass. Number 11, University of Maine.
Number 20, Air Canada.
My name is Air Canada Crookshank. I'm number 20. I'm from Oakland, California. I went to Dominguez Hill University.
And number 42, Mo Debo Jara.
Number 42, Mali, West Africa, City, University of Memphis.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starters for tonight's game. Starting off at point guard, number 21, give it up for Doug Herring Jr. At small forward, we call him JB. He wears number 24, Jermaine Blackburn. At power forward, number 34, Tyrone Levitt. At center this evening, wearing number 41, put your hands together for Mr. K.C. Love. And at shooting guard this evening, he wears number 12, we call him AA, Anthony Anderson. We also want to welcome to Harbor Station on injury reserve, Mr.
There you
Will
have your starters
Blaylock.
there for the St. John Millrats.
Today's
As they will
junior
do battle
Millrats
here
are
tonight
the
with
senior
division
mini
rivals,
girls team,
the Island Storm.
Flaming Tigers.
You've got two teams that have got depth off the bench,
Rawr.
strong coaching, and both teams looking for that
The team's
opportunity
physiotherapist
for a
is
win.
Kathy Simon from
St. John, of
Active
course,
Physiotherapy.
comes in here tonight off
Our
of the back of
officials
2
for
home
tonight's
wins.
game, Al
Knocking
King,
off London,
Matt Boyle, and
103-98,
Jeff
which really
and
was that.
Spalding is
Here's
your
the measuring
official
stick.
basketball of
This
the
is the
National
two-time
Basketball League of
champion. We've
Canada.
got something to prove. And then, of course, they're probably their biggest rival in Halifax. Been some battles there with a 108-98 victory. The Island Storm come in here with 2 home victories again on their side, both times beating up on the Moncton Miracles, a 97-85 victory and then a 115-104. The Island are going to get used to some good home cooking because they're going to head back and have their next 2 games at home to take on Ottawa and Halifax, as St. John will get ready to go onto the road. After this one on February 2nd, they will head down the highway to take on their provincial rivals, the Moncton Miracles, and then hop on a plane and head up to Ottawa to face former coach Jaron Jackson with the Ottawa Skyhawks. So lots of action coming up here in the NBL, and really it is down to crunch time now for these teams as they get ready to settle in for what the playoff seeding will look like.
Both teams now have met each other 7 times previous to this, and right now the tilt is there. St. John Millrats looking to even things up. 3 wins versus
And
4
now,
losses
ladies and gentlemen,
against
boys
the
and
Island
girls, we
Storm.
ask that you
And with
please
St. John being on
rise,
quite a roll, we're in for a
remove
big
your
tilt
hats,
tonight.
and please
And
join
with that, folks,
Sheena
we will
DeMerchant
take you to the
in
national
our
anthem and
national
then
anthem.
right back with tip-off.
Oh, Canada, our home in native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Gotta keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And a nice job by Sheena DeMerchant with the national anthem. And with that, Jay, who are the men that are going to be drawn to task here tonight to keep the game within the lines?
Tonight's officials will be Mr. Al King, Matt Boyle, and Jeff Smith.
There you go. Just about ready for tip-off time here at Harbor Station. As part of the in-house feed, goes back to the Hoosiers movie, an inspirational basketball film, which of course we know the basket's at the same height, the free throw line's at the same width. It's all the same. Just those extra seats, that's the only difference.
The good thing about that movie is it's so old that when I use the
and I
lines from
need
it to
your
kids,
help
I always
tonight. I
think
need
it's original.
everybody to get up on your feet until the Millrats get their first basket. So let's
welcome
get
to have
up and
all you
cheer on our
viewers
team.
online here taking in the game. Wherever you are, however you're tuned in, we're glad to have you along. A frigid night here in the Port City. We've been into the minus 20s and 30s with the wind chill the last little while. And it doesn't matter, folks, if you're south of the border or north of the border, Celsius or Fahrenheit. It's just freaking cold.
Yeah, what's it like out? It's cold.
Yes, cold. St. John will be wearing their home whites, decked out with the blue and gold trim. The Island Storm come in wearing their road golds with the white and blue trim. The players are set. The fans are ready.
We're here.
Here, here. Even the timekeepers are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's showtime from Harbor Station, the home of the Renaissance City. Right off the bat, Levitt will control the ball for St. John, looking for an outlet. Steps inside of the paint, backs out, little dish off. There we go, first up on the board, Jermaine Blackburn for a deuce.
Jermaine Blackburn with that nice left-handed shot, difficult to guard. He plays inside, outside, and has a nice touch from anywhere he shoots from.
Moss, a little bit of a dish off to Okri, and he will dump that one in. Good for two, just inside the three-point line.
That was Nick Okori.
Deuces on the board.
For the Storm.
Just look at Herring there. You know it's cold. He's got the whole turtleneck going on down there.
Yeah, we asked him last night why he's been doing that. He said he's been doing it in practice. He wasn't even sure he was able to do that by regulation, and now he's just comfortable with it.
Yeah. I got my LJs on. We're all here for the warmth. Storm worked the ball around the outside. Little dish off there to Ballard. Drives in on the baseline. Looks for help. 11 seconds on the shot clock. That one comes up short. Levitt with the rebound. Of course, Levitt leading the team in rebounds at 6.56 per game this season. Kick onto the outside. 1, 2, 3. Good for three, Jermaine Blackburn.
For three.
And the Millrats take an early 5-2 lead. Anderson guarding Moss. Moss is going to work it around. Okari puts that one up. Cold hands coming off the Storm so far tonight. They're going to say that one went off the Millrat player, I think, and looked like it had Storm hands all over it, but What do I know? Moss now, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, there's the Viagra shot of the
Just
night.
a little bit outside on that one.
Little gamesmanship there from Anthony Anderson as
Yeah.
contact was made below the ankle.
Yes. Apparently has a little bit of a foot fetish going on there, but that's okay. That'll work.
Speaking of foot fetishes, Nick Okori out there has got the Batman socks on to go with his Kobe 8s, looking sharp.
Yeah, you know what though?
Show me the love.
You can talk the talk, but if you don't walk the walk, it don't count.
You got to back those socks up.
Yeah. 7-2 now your score. Shot from the outside, a dart. Out of the hands of Ballard, the 6'5" product out of Miami University. Now Herring Jr. sees Blackburn, drives in, down low. Nice play underneath the basket.
Up fake Casey Love for 2.
Little love on the ball on that one.
Casey Love establishing that inside presence early. Looks like he's wearing a new pair of shoes out there as well. We'll give you the whole shoe roundup later on in the broadcast.
Absolutely. And guys, if you're out there, it's the first thing the ladies look at are your shoes. So please, please make sure they're shined. Unless you got what Steve's wearing here, then the shoes won't matter. Gets his suits out of the Forrest Gump collection. Came with a free box of chocolates, so it's okay. 8:46 to go here in the first quarter. 9-2 your score for the Millrats. An early lead. Moss will have the daunting task to face Anthony Anderson. Anderson, not just about the offense either in this league. Nice deflection. Getting into that one was Antonio Ballard. Assistant coach Mike Leslie, of course, from the island, thought that one was all off the Millrats had.
Yeah, Joe Salerno wasting no time getting on the officials here after that one. What might have been a missed call, but that's all right. St. John's going to get the beneficiary of the first 50-50 call.
Yeah. Salerno a couple of years now behind the bench of the Storm. Mike Leslie in his second year as an assistant coach. Swing and a miss from the Millrats. Chance now again for Moss to bring it up. Adrian Moss, 5'9", 160 pounds, out of the University of Indianapolis. Now trying to work that one around was number 50.
Foul is on number 34, Tyrone Levitt. That is Levitt's first foul, second team foul for the Millrats.
Steve Chaingang. We apologize to his family members.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets. They are on sale around the concourse.
And it probably won't be the last time that I butcher his name. I do apologize. But I have an excuse. Scotchy, scotch, scotch.
I love scotch.
Inbound chance now. Ed Jones. Working that one around. Finds Ballard. They dish it around the outside. 9 seconds on the shot clock and an air ball. Chance going the long way. Interception going back the other way now.
They just read the pattern well there.
Yeah, it could have been a pick six. They call that one the Kalpernick pass. Of course, up this region, lots of New England Patriots fans. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, all
foul is on Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, it's just everyone's gone quiet. How about them socks? Hey, look at them socks. How are the socks going to do this year, eh?
The socks.
Yeah. 9-2 your score. 7:50 to go here. First quarter action from Harbor Station. There's a big shot from the outside. That'll catch up on you quickly.
That is Nick Okori.
Make your difference 4 points.
Storm.
David DeLon along with Jason Perkins bringing you all the action here with, of course, the best show in town, the crew that we've got working behind the scenes here to bring you all the action from Harbor Station. Trying to finesse that one up off the glass. That's not going to work. Fast break now coming up for Moss. Storm trying to set this one up. Seemed like the Storm were rushing everything to start this one off, and finally now taking some time, utilizing the shot clock. 4 seconds to go. Step inside the three-point line, and we'll drop that one down.
Nick Okori.
Okori
weebles and wobbles and drops
for a deuce.
Storm right back into this one. St. John jumped out to that early 9-2 lead, but settling in nicely are the Storm.
Yep. And as far as the out-of-town scoreboard tonight goes, folks, this is it.
We're the show.
We are it. We are the only game in town tonight as the NBL. A rare single event on a Friday night.
They probably figured they're not going to get a better game than this one. Let's just open the slate.
Well, they knew you and I were coming back together to reunite, and it feels so good. So what can we say?
No one was going to be watching the other games. And
And
here we are on SportsLive247.net bringing you all the NBL Canada action.
There's a turnover. Chance for the Millrats. Going in, going down. Dropping that one for a deuce. Big number 24, Jermaine Blackburn. The crowd getting into this one early. And, of course, St. John home last night. So 2 games and 2 nights for the home side.
Nice 108-98 win over the Halifax Rainmen.
There's immediate time out on the dance floor.
Third quarter where St. John outscored Halifax 35-14 and then just coasted through to end the game. And, you know, Halifax not the foe they used to be, but the matchup was still very intense.
And you know what, Jason, as we have a timeout on the court, if you look back at the history of this franchise, the third quarter has been the make or break quarter. They've taken large leads into the dressing room at half and come out completely flat, or you've looked at it at halftime and going, you know what, boys, punch this ticket in, I'm out of here, you know, start cooking my wings up. But then they'll come out in the third quarter and do what they did last night. You know, you as a coach, you want to, and of course, you know, as coaching the boy now, you want to have that consistency, but when you can turn it up like that, that says a lot for the determination of the team.
Starting at $9.95 and hot foods and sushi platters for dinner. For reservations and takeout, call 640-3773.
And in previous seasons, we did see it slip out of the grasp of the St. John Millrats.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. We're going to see who's got their dancing pants on because we've got our dance cams ready to go. You hear the music and you start boogieing in your chair, you might end up on the big screen.
Options out there, and you need a basket, you need to control the ball, you need that big rebound. Seems like a good time to remind you that the official sponsor of the Millrats are the Lawson Creamer Law Firm.
There you go. And let's hope by the end of this broadcast we don't need them.
Absolutely.
Good to know they're there just in case.
The greatest people you don't want to see.
Yep. Sometimes good people make bad decisions.
I might make a few later.
13-7 your score, folks. 5:41 to go here. First quarter action from Harbor Station.
We see some fans there taking in the action, enjoying themselves, busting some dance moves.
Yep.
Don't let the illusion fool you. Those are not giant-headed people in the stands.
What?
No, I know. They look so lifelike and realistic.
Wow, I thought somebody invaded the side of PTI. That one's going to kick out. Off the hands, legs, and other body parts of the Storm player. Chigang lost that one. Now it'll be an opportunity for the Millrats to bring it up. Working it on the outside now, Anderson. Sets it off over to Herring. Herring has a little daylight. Oh, blows a tire. And they're going to call that one on Moss, but he's going to get called for the hold and grabbing onto him. But it looked like he just blew a tire on that. When you have such drastic change in temperatures, and remember, this is a utility facility. The ice is underneath the floor here. We've had moisture problems here before in the past, and that looked like a case of it. But the call going on the side of the home side.
That's 2 so far that have gone in the 50-50 category that ended up in the St. John side. We'll see if Joe Salerno levels out, gets a few back his way.
Levitt with the miss. Strong on the ball for the rebound, though, was Anderson.
That's been the big difference this year in Anthony Anderson's play. Of course, you know, the last few games he's gone off for 30-plus points.
Foul is on Antonio Ballard, number 5. That's his first foul of the game. Second team foul for the Storm.
Rebound the ball, doing a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, and of course, you know, last year, Anderson ripping the heart of the fans out when he took the offer to go over to Dubai at the 2/3 mark of the season, but you cannot take that away from the player. He had an opportunity from both the financial and an exposure standpoint, but when he was coming back, there was no doubt St. John is where he calls home, and this was the spot that he wanted to come back, and this team is built for that long run in the playoffs. For the first time now, we see a London Lightning team that is showing signs of cracking.
Third team foul.
Absolutely.
Tyrone Levitt is going to come to the line.
Not quite matching up to the results on the court for London last Sunday, as anyone who was beneficiary enough to be at that game saw what was a great game, very heated conclusion to the game, and a little bit of a basketball level Donnybrook on the floor.
Yeah, we've got a 9-team league with the NBL of Canada right now, so basically 8 teams will make the playoffs. Right now, Halifax is on the outside looking in with a record of 6-22, chasing the Mississauga Power, formerly Oshawa Power, at 8-22. And then really you could take it one step up if something was drastically to happen to the Moncton Miracles, who are sitting at 9-19. Pretty much punching their ticket all the way through right now is the Windsor Express, the Brampton A's, the London Lightning, the Millrats, of course, and the Storm. And you know what? Hats off to the first-year Ottawa Skyhawks.
Oh, absolutely. And, bringing in a coach the caliber of Jaron Jackson, of course, with a bit of a history here in St. John, it's just going to solidify that already great organization.
Skyhawks had 14-15, made the coaching change with a winning record, which was very odd. Of course, the Ottawa sporting market will get a little bit more fluid next season as the CFL comes back for stay number 3 in the nation's capital, as the Ottawa Redblacks have made their expansion franchise draft and will be competing in the Canadian Football League. Miss from the outside, nice rebound underneath, and another miss, and coming up with the big hands underneath the basket was Love. And with that, the Millrats will convert it to the offensive play. Kick out to Herring Jr. Over to Anderson. Anderson into Levitt. He kicks that one out.
St. John keeping the pressure on, looking to put this one away early, but
Jeremy Williams coming into the game for the Storm.
Checking into the game now, former champion last year with the London Lightning is Anthony Antahini, and don't be alarmed, folks, he did not step in bubblegum. Those are his sneakers.
Yeah, Jeremy Williams checks in as well. Yeah, those are unique sneakers.
I know I'm getting old when I can't keep up with the basketball trends, and so far I've seen a lot of guys in here rocking the bubblegums. It's just not for me. I don't know why I can't pull that
Jeremy look off. Williams.
Yeah, listen, I can't keep up with the medications I take on a daily basis, so I'm not even worried about sneakers. Long as I can still bend over and fasten the Velcro on mine, I'm doing pretty good.
Too easy.
Too easy.
Eric Crookshank.
Crookshank checking into the game now.
Eric
coming
Canada.
out for a break will be Casey Love. Of course, Eric Crookshank, the power forward, 6'6", 215 pounds. And of course, looking at the 3 Canadians on the roster, you have Jonas Pierre, Dwayne Smith, and Damien Gay for the Millrats.
Jermaine
Nice
Blackburn.
basket there by the Rats, up 20-10 now. And on the other side,
Anthony Antahini.
Exactly. Doug McKinney, of course, the PEI product out of UPEI. And number 50, Steve Chingang.
And toasting for 2.
Chingang is rolling.
Levitt.
22-10 now your score, favor of the Millrats. Antahini will now lead the rush. Finds himself open real estate. Finger roll, can't get it done. Nice second effort underneath the basket, though. Will convert the deuce and go to the line.
Count the basket.
Making this a shot at a three-pointer.
Fouls on 24.
Singleton will now check into the game
first foul
for the
game.
Millrats.
Raheem
Singleton, the power, he's
going to shoot 1.
Point guard out of the University of Maine. He's used to the weather.
That's when he turns that into a three-pointer. Radio wins the game for the Millrats.
Millrats 9-point lead, 2:23 to go.
Radio hits the deck on that one. Inadvertent trip there over the knee of Al
Foul is
Stewart.
our number 5, Antonio Ballard. Ballard's second foul of the game.
2 minutes
That
for
is the
tripping,
fourth
go
team
in box,
foul.
feel shame.
1 foul
And then I
away
get
each
free.
from
Yes.
If you do that, is no good. You are just now.
Yeah, no, I'll leave all that one right alone. Levitt, kick out to the outside. Blackburn drops it for
He
3.
tries it. He buys
Jermaine
it for
Blackburn
3.
having a breakout game here in the first quarter as St. John already hitting the quarter century mark with 2 minutes to play.
Oh! Strong defense under the rim. Levitt grabbed that one like a fat kid rolling around for a Snickers bar. Nobody was going to beat him on that one.
Much to JB's surprise,
Rough
travel
call there,
on the
Jermaine
play.
Blackburn. Rough
I have
luck
to say
is
hello
that,
to Annabelle.
Didn't give up his dribble yet. Somehow, miraculously, got called for travel. Not really sure what the fundamentals are on that one. Maybe it was the skip step. Could be, could be.
That was it. Storm will lead it up over the court. Buck and a half to go here in the first. Big shot from the outside. Ed Jones.
Ed Jones with a 3.
Drops that one down. 9 points now your difference here. Radio dish off to Blackburn. Blackburn draped by gold sweaters, gets the ball back. How did he find Cruikshank? Cruikshank out to Anderson. Now Radio gets his own block back, throws it up. 2 seconds on the shot clock, regardless of the point. Great ball movement there by the Millrats. As Radio runs his man out of real estate underneath the basket on that one. Threading the needle underneath to get that one to Cruikshank.
Talk about the change in culture in the team this year, but you've got Eric Cruikshank coming out of retirement to join the team at 35 years old, bringing all kinds of effort. And last year, playing for the Halifax Rainmen was Tyrone Levitt. Comes in here with Coach Spahn, and they've really changed the effort level of this team.
Yeah, Coach Spahn, well respected within this league. You know, we've had the opportunity to get to know him over the last 3 seasons, and his on-court persona and his off-court persona completely different. A great guy to talk to before the game, very open with the media and all that. But I got to tell you, when the lights go down and the ball is thrown up, he's got a game face on there that you don't want to mess with. And that's maybe something that this team, big shot from the outside, Anderson takes the pass. He's going to grab the foul on that one. But really brings in a sense of urgency with this
Fouls
team.
on number 11
of course,
for the
Coach
Storm,
Jaron
Jeremy
Jackson,
Williams.
great
Anthony
guy,
Anderson
but really,
will come to the
played
line.
well
That is
to the
Williams'
crowd.
first foul.
Very entertaining. Was the face of the
Millrats in
franchise,
bonus.
an NBA champion. Then David Cooper comes in, another good guy, very well known within the community. But 2 guys that had long allegiance with these players. And you ask anybody in this league if they have an opportunity to play for Coach Spahn, where do I sign?
Yeah, absolutely. And even Ian McCarthy, like you talked
2
about
for 2.
players that come in from out of town, and they talk about how great it is, the reputation that Ian McCarthy has, the way he treats his players.
Yeah.
And you've got guys the caliber of the Millrats who, top to bottom, have the best roster they've ever had, are coming in here, maybe taking a little less than they could get elsewhere to play for a championship contender.
Yeah, they didn't come here for the nightlife and the weather, that's for sure. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Big shot from the outside. Dropping that one down. Jeremy Williams,
Three-pointer for Jerry
the
Williams.
6'8" forward out of UTEP.
And after 1 quarter, we've got the Millrats.
And with that, we will wrap up the
27-19.
first quarter. Your score, the St. John Millrats 27, the Island Storm 19. We'll take a quick break and be back with second quarter action here from Harbor Station.
And there will be a grocery card from Atlantic Superstore up for grabs. The contestant who finds him first will receive a $100 gift certificate courtesy of the Atlantic Superstore. Fans, you are the key. When a contestant heads in the direction of Foreman George, your applause will tell them they're headed in the right way. We have Frank. Frank is wearing the greenish-brown shirt, and we have Matthew, who's wearing the blue shirt. So Matthew and Frank, if you're ready, get set, go! So, ladies and gentlemen, Frank is our winner of that $100 gift certificate, courtesy of the Atlantic Superstore. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of birthdays here this evening. Desiree Legier, happy birthday. She is 12 this evening. Cameron Robichaud is celebrating birthday number 8. Sarah Evan, 8 years old. Sam Kirkpatrick is 9. We got to say a very happy birthday to Harry Girl McDougall and Jennifer Galloway on their 40th. Harry Girl, awesome. Well, they're on their 40th and holding birthdays from all your friends in the Moosehead Suite.
Yeah, that's an interesting little promotion that they got there. Lead the 2 blind people out to trip over the shopping cart.
Stephanie Wilkins is celebrating birthday.
That's how I feel
24.
when my wife sends me to the grocery store, eh?
That's Stephanie
It's
there.
usually
Doesn't
that
look
awkward
a
moment
day
walking
over
down the
18.
feminine hygiene aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take 2 of those, 6 of those, and 9 of those. Thank you very much.
That's when you get that text. Oh, yeah, I need one more thing.
Yeah.
What aisle are you in?
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to Sports Live 247.net's coverage of the St. John Millrats.
Hello.
Take a quick look at the stats from the first quarter. St. John shooting 62% from the field, 10 of 16, hit half their threes, 3 of 6. Now you got to think the Island Storm are not going to keep up the poor shooting we saw in the first quarter, as they shot under 30%, 7 of 24 from the field, and 4 of 9 from the three-point line.
Yeah, a lot of big misses to start the quarter, but you could see it starting to warm up as we got into it, so this one will remain close. Nice play by Anderson. Used the Storm player to knock the ball out of bounds.
Looking for some hand clappers in the audience, kind of give us a little backbeat that we need on this Friday night.
Yeah, the hot dog steamer.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
The building dropped down to outdoor-sized temperatures and heated right back up again. All of a sudden, I felt like I was in space. It was minus 20.
Yeah.
Here we are, nice and warm, though. You and I back together again, just like old times.
That's it.
I'm emotional. I'm not going to lie about it.
That's right. Which also means halftime hydration and post-game Thunder mugs.
Absolutely.
Sean Van Zant chipping in a tray for the Storm.
St. John now off that basket from the Storm will lead this one out. Radio bringing it up over the half court. Double team now. One Storm player will drop back. Love now backs into the paint. Little fadeaway. Can't get that one to drop. Nice rebound action there, getting up and getting underneath the ball by the Storm defender. Now taking it the other way. And just like that, folks, we got ourselves a one-point game here from Harbor Station.
Yeah, the Storm aren't going to take this one lying down. They're competing for relevancy in this division. They're going to show St. John that although they're behind them in the standings, that they can compete with them. With the playoffs only a month away, the Storm looking to send a message here on St. John's home floor.
Hey everyone, it's Millie Carla. I want you all to help me out with a little chant, okay? So everyone repeat after me. Let's go Millrats, let's go. Let's go Millrats, let's go. Come on guys.
There you go.
Let's go Millrats, let's go.
Always now the question of whether or not anyone can hear us at all as the technical crews over here having a look at our microphones.
Yep. They'll get her all fixed up there, no problem.
Ed Jones.
And if you are out there
for the Storm.
listening, send us a line through the Millrats Facebook page or the Twitter account. Say hello. Always like to know where you are and how you're tuned into the action. That one high off the glass, loose ball. Again, strong defense by the Storm on the rebounding. Being able to take those second and third chances away from the Millrats. Big shot from the outside. Sean Van Zant, the 6'1" guard out of Butler. And we've got a timeout on the court now by the Storm. As don't look now, but they are up now 32-27 as the floor has been tilted here early in the second quarter.
Nice little run for the Storm, and you knew it was going to happen. Basketball can tilt back and forth very quickly. St. John really just has to take those punches back onto the floor, do what they did in that first quarter to keep things rolling.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Hey
See
fans,
Steve
would you
DeLuca
like a
up
chance
in the
to win
crowd,
Millrats season
taking
tickets
in
for
the
next year?
action?
On the concourse by section
Steve
E, you
marrying
can take a
himself
picture of
a
yourself
beautiful
with the
St.
car
John
and
girl
post it on
and-
Downey Ford's Facebook page,
Yeah.
and that can enter you into a draw to win season tickets for next year.
Does that mean he likes Dults?
It could be.
Could be. That makes you actually local if you like Dults.
Yeah, I'm from here and I don't like dogs.
No. For those out there that have never been on the East Coast, if someone hands you a big bag of purpley flaky stuff, don't eat it.
Don't fall for it.
Yeah, don't smoke
And
it,
now,
don't eat
ladies and
it, don't
gentlemen,
do
this time
anything
of
with
the
it.
game, we look and see where our romantics are in the crowd. It
Don't.
is kiss cam time.
And don't even bother trying to Google it because there's probably not a Google
You'll
page
never,
for it.
no, you don't even want to Google it. No, you don't. You don't want to do anything with Dults.
We're having a look here at the kiss cam. Watch out.
Oh, Joe Gould up on the kiss camera there. Attaboy, Joe.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that's official.
They're going to come find us, Dave. I know they're going to come find
Yeah.
us.
Well, that confirms it with Joe now that we know. Okay, so he's okay. He's just checking.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here we
kiss
go.
cam. Yep. There we go.
UNB student there, lots of time on his hands.
Yeah. Hey, you want to come shovel my driveway?
Oh, and swing and a miss.
Yeah.
He would have had a
I
surprise.
lived through the student strike last year with my daughter at St. FX, and she's actually transferring to UNB next year. I'm like, good, let's get the strike out of the way now.
She's just following them around.
Yeah. And in fact, the apple does not fall far from the tree. My daughter is hosting a weekly radio show on St. FX Student Radio.
You're kidding me.
Absolutely not. She texted her mom last night and says, don't FaceTime me, I'm using my computer for the radio.
Foul is on number 15.
So inbound will
Ed
go to the
Jones.
Millrats.
Jones' first foul of the game.
Who find themselves
That is the first
trailing
team
for the
foul.
first time here this evening. Great defense by the Storm, not letting any of the passing lanes open.
5-second violation on the floor makes it a Storm ball.
There's where practice pays off. That's what you learn in practice. You young basketball players out there, you win your games in practice. You go to a game and have fun. But that's where you learn it, and that's where you take your trade out onto the court. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Storm kick it to the outside. Van Zandt finds some rooms. Got to get it up just in time. Great job keeping it in by the Millrats. They steal it, but it's going to go back to the Storm with 8:23 to go here in the half.
Joe Salerno making no mistakes on this inbounds after watching it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget 50-50
Yeah.
tickets on sale around the concourse. Proceeds going
I
to
think
the
St. John
United
in
Way.
that last possession, a rare time where they were caught asleep without a plan.
You line that up almost like a rugby line in at first. Miss from the outside. Herring Jr. with the rebound, kicks it out to Double A. That one just off the mark. Williams with the rebound. Storm will move this one up the court. Both teams coming off a couple of misses now. There's a little tap pass. Time to slow things down. Anderson now will set it up. Beats one man, switches hands, beats another. Can't get it to drop.
Foul on Jeremy Williams,
Jeremy
number
Williams
11.
there as
Williams'
contact
second
was
foul
made.
of the game. That is
Anthony
the second
Anderson
team
split the
foul.
defense, got in between
Double
three
A
defenders,
at
still managed
the
to get
line.
Shot up. Contact made. He'll head to the line to try to close out these two free throws.
Anderson 2 for 2 from the line so far this evening. Make that 3 for 3. And
Double
make
A
that
for a
perfect,
pair.
4 for 4. Of course, a lot of controversy north of the border when it comes to basketball. There's a rainbow shot that drops in for the Storm.
Ed
But with
Jones.
Vince Carter making what could have been his last ever appearance in Toronto, really the person that put the Raptors on the map when it came to basketball. now a bit player with the Dallas Mavericks, but you know, you look at Wiggins, you look at Anthony Bennett, you look at a lot of these kids now that are making their mark in the professional basketball ranks that came out of Canada, and they all said, I grew up watching Vince Carter.
Oh,
that's what got me into the game.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt about that. You know, Vince Carter was really, like you said, put Toronto on the map at a time, got them to the playoffs. You know, the best of the Raptors' years were with Vince Carter, despite the way it ended.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, the controversy in the playoffs when he went and accepted his diploma from UNC and graduated, missed the morning shoot-around, then, of course, threw up the failed shot that ended the hopes of the Raptors to move on to the second round that year. But
Ed Jones with the drive.
You know, hopefully over time all wounds will heal, and you will see Vince Carter be welcomed back into the fold in Toronto. It's not like any other team in Toronto's been doing anything for the last 20 years.
Ouch.
Yeah, and you know how that hurts me.
I know how it hurts.
Storm ball.
It's good that you'll admit that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoy that hope that I hear from all the Leafs fans at the beginning of the season.
If it wasn't for hope, we'd be jumping off a bridge.
Rare turnover from Anthony Anderson on that last play as he took a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. The ball came up shoulder height. Called for travel. Storm now in possession of the ball and a 6-point lead.
Van Zandt finds some real estate, moves it around the outside. Nice dish out. They move that ball around. Great hand movement by the Storm, but they come up short on the shot. Good rebounding by Levitt. Anderson now. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Puts that one up. Comes up short from three-point land. And right now, it looks like the Millrats are playing with knitted mitts on because they just can't get one to drop.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Boom.
You're watching SportsLive247.net's coverage of NBL Canada basketball. St. John Millrats hosting the Island Storm.
There we go. Anderson takes the mitts off and drops that one. And now a 3-point difference, 37-34, the Island Storm moving it in. Nice drive to the basket by Ballard, just couldn't get it to drop. Millrats taking a little more now time on the offense, looking to create those opportunities. Now a free one going in. Ballard with the miss is the intentional foul from Herring Jr.
Foul is on Doug Herring Jr., Jr.'s first foul of the game.
Just to make sure that he's not going to get the extra one there. Herring Jr., the 6'3", 200-pound guard out of Utica College.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know your part.
Anderson takes this time to work the official over. Ballard good with the first one.
Ballard goes 2 for 2 for
my
the charity
favorite gum
strike.
is? Big Red.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the big
Absolutely.
red. Yeah.
2 sticks are better than 1. Anderson now working it around. Blackburn gets stripped of the ball. Another chance for the Storm. Looking to open up this lead, and that's how you do it. 41-34 now your score in favor of the Storm.
We've seen this before from Antonini. You know, it was with the London
Foul is
Lightning,
on
but he
Tyrone
comes
Levitt.
in here on
Levitt's
the floor
second
and he
foul of the
just
game.
kills the Millrats.
Third
He's got
team
that killer
foul.
instinct.
Antti Atuahini is going to
The
shoot
Storm
one.
right now outscoring the Millrats 20-4 in the second quarter. You know, we talked about how the third quarter has been pivotal for this organization the last few years. There's a nice get up and go that's gone up and went. As that one goes off the side of the backboard. But now it's the complete opposite, as the second quarter has turned on him here this evening.
Dwayne Smith, second foul for Smith.
You know, as we pointed out before the game tipped, two very well-coached teams.
Radio shooting two.
Salerno knows his stuff. Multiple-time winner of the Coach of the Month award here in the NBL of Canada, and Coach Rob Spahn, of course, has his team, as he says, playing like a family, so he can yell and scream at them like a family.
That's what it's all about. Never hold grudges.
Radio goes 1 for 2.
And in our house, it's always make sure the doors and windows are closed so the neighbors can't hear you.
That's the secret to that.
That's how it works. I've watched enough episodes of Cops in my life to know how it works. Anderson now out to Blackburn. Nice move underneath the hoop and drops it for a deuce.
With a drive for 2.
The Millrats crawl back within 4. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Storm work it down low, down to the outside. Big shot, big drop.
Enti Atwahini, 3.
Antonini puts that one in. Blackburn goes up and down, does a bit of a Savardian spinorama on that one. I think the coach draws that up as the helicopter play.
Foul is on Antonio Ballard. Ballard's third foul of the game. That is the 15th foul for the Storm.
Yeah.
Millrats in bonus.
And when you're out there, look for anybody who's an O. That's it, just look for the
Sean
O's.
Van Zandt, number 1.
Yeah.
Jermaine Blackburn about to step up to the line to shoot 2 for the good guys.
One 180-pound guard for the Island Storm.
And of course, Jason, you will be doing an interview coming back into the third quarter here tonight.
Yeah, not sure whom yet, but
yes?
It'll be a grab bag of a Millrat player of some sort.
You're going to what?
Yeah, exactly.
First one down for Blackburn. Back up to the line. Let's make sure nobody's trying to untie anybody's shoe, because that'll cost you 50 grand. I thought that was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Honest to God. That was cool.
1 for 2 for the strike.
I mean, the guy's got a little bit of a history of that sort of behavior.
Yeah.
No harm intended at all. Just, you know, J.R. Smith just doing his thing.
Yep. And folks, if you're out there at home, wave your hands so we can see you. We just want to make sure.
Foul is on number 21, Nick Okori. Okori's first foul of the game.
But if you can hear my voice,
Anthony Anderson is stepping up to the line.
We hope.
Yes. That's the name of that tune. Just over 4 minutes to go. St. John checking back in here, getting back into this one. Anthony Anderson, a rare miss for a free throw. And of course, for those Moncton Miracles fans that are tuned in this evening, because there's nothing else going on in the NBL of Canada, if you happen to know for an apartment decent to rent there, please let me know.
Dwayne Smith with a tip back.
I need to find dual residentship, keep my house in Rossay, and look for something in Moncton for the next little while.
You're going to have all kinds of odd offers after that one.
Yeah. It's when they ask you that we want you to have a cat, that's when you know you're in trouble. We welcome cats.
Just make sure you bring a roller.
Doug Herring Jr. picking up the foul.
46-39 your score now, as the Storm have maintained this 7-point lead throughout most
at the line.
Quarter
Nick
after
Okori
trailing the St. John Millrats in the first.
Storm going to the line. Okori drops the first one.
Got our noisemakers in the house tonight.
Texas Tech, the 6'1" guard. Deuces.
Nick Okori 2 for 2.
And I'd love to tell you what the 50-50 is, but it's not on the big screen down there right now.
Technical issues.
It could be. We've seen lots of folks here from Harbor Station underneath our table.
Oh, they're not playing with my cable.
Nope. They are definitely pulling some wires here to make sure that we are bringing you the best possible broadcast we can do.
Foul on Doug Herring Jr., Jr.'s third foul of the game.
So just so we divide and conquer at halftime, you grab the 50-50, I'll grab the hydration.
Sounds good.
Done, done, and done. If we have time, we'll grab a couple of slices as well. Whoa, big push off on that one. Radio didn't like that one. Storm still working around. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. And that's got to be a couple of extra steps there.
Travel on the play.
When you mess up the 2-step and it's a 5-step, you know you're in trouble.
You know, Radio's a tough, strong player out there, and that's 2 times now we've seen the Storm come down the court and get away with a bit of a shove right in front of the official and right in front of Coach Spahn.
Jermaine Blackburn leads it up. Nice little bounce pass there to Double A. Sets up on his man, working it around, takes it himself. Almost tipped in. Oh, yes!
Jermaine
Third time's the charm.
Be denied.
By the Millrats. Again, as Jason mentioned earlier, bringing it back to that 7-point differential. Oh, let's make it 9, no. Actually, let's make it 10 because that's a 3-pointer. Quick turnaround. Radio gives the ball away.
Radio Blackburn.
And that one is dropped down by number 21, of course, Doug Herring Jr. But you don't want to trade 3s for 2s. Even I can do the math on that, and you're going to run out of fingers eventually.
I hope I don't have to count to 11.
10.5 in your case.
Oh.
Dwayne Smith.
Levitt dished that one out to Anderson. 10 points your difference. I noticed, Jason, in the pregame there, you bought yourself a couple of basketball donuts. Is that to take home to the boys?
Yeah, they're for the boys.
Oh, some hang time on that one as Dwayne Smith, the Canadian product out of George Washington University,
Count the basket.
puts the exclamation point on that one. We got a timeout on the court now by the Storm. Now, let me just ask you, you're going to give that to the boys before bed, or is that for tomorrow?
That's going to be breakfast.
That's breakfast, good.
Dad of the year.
Yeah, you must be leaving the house early tomorrow, wind them up on sugar and go, eh?
Absolutely.
Attaboy, you're a quality individual. Yeah, now I don't feel so bad with my relationship with your wife. I mean, sorry.
Flag on the play.
Yes.
Nice shot there of Coach Rob Spahn drawing up a play. Hopefully
Kathy Simon and the team at Active Physiotherapy provide practice and in-game sports physiotherapy services for your St. John Millrats.
Of course, folks, we're just over a week away from the Super Bowl.
BioSign Technologies, Inc. is an enthusiastic supporter
Peyton
of the St. John
Manning
Millrats.
Take a run for a second
Mariner
Super Bowl
is your
championship
partner
going
in
up against the
innovation.
Seattle Seahawks. And you just got to think of where the instant replay, where the instant replay will be next year in the NFL after 2 blown calls in the conference final. The one which was the roughing on the kicker, where he definitely got the foundation leg or the balance leg, which should have been a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down to San Francisco, rather than turning the ball over. And then, of course, the fumble recovery at the end of that one.
I'm so old, I remember when HD first came out, as I'm sure you remember when color first came out. But
I remember having a black and white TV when I was a kid.
As do I.
Yeah, rabbit ears, tin foil,
yep.
3 channels.
When the smack on the side actually did something.
Yep. Yeah, that was my dad smacking me in the side of the head to say, smarten up. I listened, it worked.
And then you got this.
Turns out
I don't have an excuse. Minute 30 to go in the half. 43 Millrats, 56 Storm. Setting this one up for a big second half. Blackburn gets stripped of the ball. Well, they're going to call the foul on that one. Jocelyn Arrow and Mike Leslie having a good time on the
on number 15,
Storm
Ed Jones.
bench.
Jones, third
on
foul
some of the
game.
calls that are happening right in front of them.
Jermaine Blackburn is going to shoot 2.
So Blackburn will now go to the line. Three for 4 so far this evening. The Millrats 11 for 14. Geez, you could have asked if we wanted a couple. Walks by, gives her the popcorn. And
Blackburn good for one.
Oh, yeah. It's almost halftime, though, so it's okay.
Did you say we have a job to do? He's got a really, really different...
Trade ya!
than we do.
The only difference is you had to pay for that seat. Minute to go. Halftime coming up on us. The Storm battling their way back here in the second quarter. A hope and a prayer from the outside on that one. Doesn't come in. Now the Millrats will bring it up the court. Shot from down low. Van Zandt brings down the rebound. That one.
Just a bit outside. Millrats ball.
Pass going left, ball
again,
going right.
Don't forget about 50-50 tickets on sale around the concourse until towards the end of the third quarter.
Well,
nice
okay, we see the 50-50 total, but we actually don't see the amount. That doesn't matter. We're going to gamble on it anyways. Another big rebound. Shot clock and game clock basically synced up here now. One last chance for the Storm to set it up. This is the one that you draw up in the dressing room. If we get this chance, this is how we're going to do it. They look for the pass off the glass. No call on the foul. And at the buzzer, the Millrats will throw that one up, but some good contact in the paint by the Storm. But it really doesn't matter because we're going to go into the halftime here with the Island Storm leading 56-44 over the St. John Millrats in what was a turnaround second quarter. The Island Storm outscore the Millrats 37-17 to take a pivotal, easy for me to say, pivotal 12-point lead into half. With that, folks, we are definitely going to take a break now, and we will be back with third quarter action. You're watching the National Basketball League of Canada live from Harbour Station in chilly St. John, New Brunswick.
Declared by the Government of Canada in 2002. I invite you to join us to celebrate the May, to acknowledge the long, rich history of the Asian Canadians and their celebration contribution to Canada. Next, to give you an example of our rich Asian culture, we have Oriental Youth Ensemble performing the ribbon dance for you, followed by the Tai Chi fan. Thank you and enjoy.
starts at the Canada Supply Center. Enjoy our ultimate swing every Saturday and Sunday from 2:30 until 4. Jump from the diving board, swing from the rope, and try the brand new Water's Wall. Family Pass 4 is $20. Watching the kids having a great time worth every penny. Ultimate swims are the ultimate family fun. The Aquatic Center also offers tropical swims, drop-in and hot spoon swims. And remember, memberships are always available. For more details, go to aquatics.nb.ca. The Canada Games Aquatic Center. Your love of swimming starts here. Come, watch us practice. Rothsay Netherwood School is the official practice facility of the St. John Millrats. Watch the Millrats practice at RNS. Visit www.rns.cc/Millrats for practice times. Discover the opportunities that await you at Rothsay Netherwood School. www.rns.cc. The proceeds from the 50-50 draw go to the United Way, which serves St. John, Kings, and Charlotte counties. What exactly does the United Way do? The simplest answer, the United Way helps people. The United Way touches the lives of 1 in 5 people in this region by helping kids be all they can be, reducing poverty, and building a strong community. Fans, you can learn more about the NBL Academy and Millrats by liking the St. John Millrats Pro Basketball Facebook page, by logging on our website at www.millratsbasketball.ca, and by following us on Twitter at SJMillrats.
Waiting for the call can put your life on hold. When you have a serious medical condition, every moment counts. With Cook Priority Care, we ensure you get access to health care when you need it. Our unique insurance policy provides fast-tracked access to specialists and critical diagnostic equipment. We guide you from the specialist consultation right through the completion of your treatment. Get off the waiting list with Cook Priority Care, because we know every moment counts.
Out here, we have our own way of doing things. Call it the Code of the East. And when everyone is invited, there are no strangers. We're up for anything, anytime. It's just in our nature. Like our weather, we can be a little unpredictable. We start without any plans and end with epic stories. That's living by the Code of the East. Let's do this!
Get your 50-50 tickets on sale around the concourse to support the United Way. They will be on sale until just about the end of the third quarter. We're almost up to $2,000. We want to see that grow and send one of you home very happy. Again, sales going to support the United Way. On February 21st and 22nd, New Brunswick's premier high school basketball players will be competing for the provincial championships right here at Harbour Station. Don't miss out. Get your tickets at the Harbour Station box office. For more information, visit thefinal12.ca. We would like to now welcome Jason Perkins, on one of our web broadcasters, interviewing radio.
I'm here with Radio. That first half, you saw a couple offensive fouls not get called. How do you feel about that?
I mean, we just got to play, man. We let the refs take us out of our game. We just got to come out and play hard and forget about it and just play basketball.
Absolutely. You got that big first quarter lead, and then the Storm, of course, came back in the second quarter. Keys to the second half going to be just to stick to the game plan?
Just stick with the game plan, buckle down, play defense, get some stops, and play.
Right. Thanks for taking a minute to do this. Good luck in the second half.
And welcome back to Harbor Station, folks, as we get ready for second half action here between the St. John Millrats and the visiting Island Storm. David DeLine along with Jason Perkins bringing you all the action here this evening. As the teams get ready to head into the second half, the Storm holding on to a 56-44 lead. And Jason, just some observations there and some of the stats from the first half.
Yeah, well, things evened out a little bit. You know, we talked about PEI, or the Island Storm, coming in here and shooting 30% from the field, and they really redeemed themselves coming back, shooting big in that second quarter. 37-17, the difference, as you pointed out, 42% from the field, over 50% from 3 of 10 of 18 was the Island Storm to get themselves back into this one and get a nice, healthy 12-point lead.
And the biggest thing the Storm has done is they've quieted down the hometown crowd, which now are walking into the second half with a much subdued Harbor Station faithful. Ball on the outside, big shot. That's worth 3 points if it drops. Good rebound, getting in on that one was Casey Love, using all of his 6'9" frame. Blackburn missed going the other way. Now we're going to see Moss go up. Nice little dish off. Big defensive play there, although it still converts by Herring Jr. to knock the ball out of the Storm offensive player's hand, but they are able to pick up the rebound and convert it. And it is official. We've got our 50-50, and we are fully hydrated now.
We are ready to rock.
There you go.
Second half action. Millrats, Storm, only on SportsLive247.net.
Okay, you've been getting into the Red Bull, haven't you?
They haven't given me a Red Bull.
Foul is on Steve Chang.
I know.
That is Chang
and all the
Gang's
T-shirts.
First foul of the game. First team foul for the Storm.
Balls.
Big balls.
Anthony Anderson coming to the line.
You might want to get that looked at. You know, the third quarter is going to tell the story of this game, though. The Storm came storming back, to pardon the pun.
Bum.
Yeah, easy one. And, you know, they open up the big lead. Now the Millrats have to answer back. It's their
2 for 2.
They're the leaders of the division. The Storm have everything, all the pressure really on St. John.
Absolutely. Anderson drops 2 from the line right there. Reduce it now to a 12-point difference. That's worth 3 points. And I got to tell you, it's almost like somebody's opening a door. Anderson missed at least 3 shots from that spot, and we've seen it again. Anybody shooting from that side of the three-point line seems to be missing here tonight.
The wind blowing in
Foul
from
is
the
on
field,
Steve Chang.
That could be.
Second foul
I was looking
of the
for the
game.
flag.
Second team foul for the Storm.
On the foul pole, and I couldn't see which way they were blowing.
Speaking of Sochi.
Yes, a couple of weeks away from the Olympics. A little bit of security issues there, you think?
Levitt with the big free throw.
Turns that into a three-pointer.
Now cuts it to single digits.
It's good to be back. Storm moving it around the outside. Jones finds Moss. Herring Jr. watching him closely. Moss, little dipsy doodle, can't get it to go. Nice defense or offensive rebound by the Storm, and they'll drop that one back down.
Jones.
And St. John right now in a position where they've got to be careful because you've now got an 11-point lead on the board. And the Island looking to run away with this one. Levitt chunks one up from three-point land. There's the big pass. Now you got a 13-point difference.
Ed Jones.
And I was just going to say, I was a little bit shocked that Coach Spahn was still in his chair. He's now got up, standing at the line on the coach's box.
Anthony Anderson.
That one drops in. Bring her down to 11 now. Kind of a combination fadeaway jumper on that one. Smart play to rebound that one off from Chain Gang.
Chain Gang.
I'm just going to start calling him Steve. We're getting a new dog. Did I tell you that?
You did.
That's what I want to call him, Steve. But unfortunately, Steve is not a Steve. Steve is a she. So
Stephanie.
Well, no. Pepper so far is
Ed
the
Jones
name
for 2
that they're coming up with. We're getting a standard bred poodle in our house. So a big poodle. It's not going to have the foo-foo haircut.
Before I leave this world, a friend of mine or myself will name their dog Stay.
There you go. Love with it. In and out of the paint. Throws it up. Can't get it to drop. Storm just keeping that one in. There's a huge bounce pass, and that one's going to be kicked all around.
Nick O'Corey tried to get the fancy thread the needle nutmeg underneath the legs of Anthony Anderson, but it looks like Doug Herring Jr. was the one who made contact.
Looks like some footwork from Toronto FC on that one to balance that ball off.
Leading scorers in the first half, Jermaine Blackburn for St. John with 23. Ed Jones leading a balanced
Nick O'Corey
Island
chipped
Storm
in
attack
2.
with 14.
And going back-to-back nights here, your attendance here tonight, 1,906. Just shy of 2,000 people. As Love, he can't get that one to drop. Moss is going to take it off the backboard. Throw it around, throw it down. And
Chain Gang with a jam.
the Millrats quickly. Sorry, actually,
There's
that's Joe
immediate timeout
Salerno
on the
that
floor
called the
being
timeout on that
charged
one.
to the Millrats.
I thought that was, I think both coaches were going to go up for the timeout, but it'll be charged to the Storm, who now have a 68-51 lead. And really, St. John reeling as they've now, with 7:49 to go in the third quarter, you've got a quarter and a third of less than spectacular
We'd like to say
basketball.
hello to the Kennebecasis Valley
Yeah,
Minor
St. John's
Hockey
gonna have to
Association
run this timeout
Atom
with
Devils
the
hockey
Van
team
Jones. That's
sitting up there in the Canaport LNG zone in Section 17.
Don't get cocky. They're on their home floor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try and get a little bit of noise happening, a little bit of dancing going on in the stands. It is our dance cam. Look at them go. If you got some
if you
dance
just look
moves,
from a
we want to
statistic
see you strut your
standpoint,
stuff.
when it comes to field goals, the Island shooting 44.8, St. John at 41.0. The three-point land, the Storm right now at 50%, St. John at 33. And how good would Steve DeLuca look now shooting three-pointers, as he used to be money from that land here when he was a Millrat?
Yeah, I had the chance to talk to Coach Spahn before the game, and before the season started. He was in to see me where I work, and he said, you know what, Steve DeLuca will make the team. He's a consummate professional. He's got that outside shot, but the insurance game called. He's thinking about his future.
You know what? We're seeing that same thing. Mike Anderson, the Grand Bay Westfield product, having to make a commitment to his professional life and take a step back away from basketball. And again, when you lose that Canadian player, it caused the Millrats to scramble around, but they were able to fulfill that roster spot to have the 3 Canadians active on the roster.
Yeah, with the addition of Dwayne Smith a couple of weeks ago, Mike Anderson, of course, did go off into the sunset of the professional career that he's going to chase, and it was a great time with the Millrats.
Hey, listen,
don't count him up for a return.
What kind of stories is Mike going to be able to tell his kids and his grandkids when it comes down to it, when he is the local hero of the professional basketball player that played in his own home city, you know? And you got to love a story like that. You know, you look at Doug McKinney here for the Storm, you know, I believe from Charlottetown. If I screwed that one up and he's from Summerside, I apologize, but a UPEI product. So again, there's the Millrats trying to chip away at that one. You know, and how important it was to the community to have a Mike Anderson here, you know, so that you could have a face to the franchise and be able to do something like that. Okay, now you're just taunting us walking by. It's just taunting us, yeah. Security, security. We got an issue down here.
Ed Jones cleaning up the garbage.
6:55 to go. 70-53 your score.
Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson, money in the bank, puts that one in. But the Millrats have got to look on going on a run now, not to allow this game to get out of their hands before the fourth quarter.
Where'd you go?
I think Love's going to get called on that one. No.
Foul is on Casey Love. Third foul of the game for Love. First team foul for the Millrats.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Steve Chang-Gang will come to the line. He'll shoot 2 for the Storm.
When you look at the team leaders on the two sides, Antonio Ballard averaging 22.3 points a game. Al Stewart, the assist leader for the Storm, at 6.2. Ballard again for rebounds at 9.5. Huge. Al Stewart for steals at 2.5. And your block leader for the Island Storm is Jeremy Williams at 0.4. Take that one across the provincial border and look at Anthony Anderson leading the team at 23.3 points a game. Also an assist at 6.4. Rebounds, Tyrone Levitt, as there's a big basket there by the Millrats at 6.5 a game.
Jr. for 3.
Steals, Doug Herring Jr. at 1.89, and Levitt again on blocks at 0.63 per game. And the Storm are getting all the bounces now, as that
Antonio
one from
Ballard
the outside
one
gets rim, gets air, gets net. And you now have a 16-point lead here for the Storm.
Casey Love bounces off
Ladies and
both
gentlemen,
sides
it is
like a
last call for
pinball.
50-50 tickets.
I think you should check
Once
for his
again,
wallet. He
last
might have got
call
mugged
for
on that one.
50-50 tickets. We'll see if we can drive that pool up a little bit. Foul was on Steve Chang-Gang. That is his third foul of the game. Third
Millrats
team foul
trailing
for the
right now
Storm.
by 16. They only scored 17 points in the entire second quarter. So again, they've dug themselves a hole that they're going to have to try to find a way to get out of.
Millrats just need to string together a few baskets, get some stops. Lots of chances out there, but you got to wonder if the tired legs on the back-to-back, even though it is at home, might be having an impact on their performance tonight.
Yep. And of course, busy on the social media beside us here, Steve Yakopoulos. You on the Facebook page right now?
The Millrats Facebook page.
Yeah. I figured it was the Millrats page. I didn't figure you were updating your own status right now.
You guys can all follow me at the Yanko Show on Twitter if you want to check me out. I tweet a lot once in a while.
There you go.
New things, you know.
Yeah, well, and I remember last year when you first started with the Twitter, and they were setting up the handle for you, and we had a good time. Each other
2
back
for
and forth
2.
a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty young, but I just don't do Twitter. But I'm starting to get the hang of it now.
You're a busy man. You're a business owner. You're up here from the States, and you've been up here for a couple days now. Tell us, what do the St. John Millrats have to do to get back into this game?
Well, they need to keep their composure, really. I mean, they lost their composure. We went in the locker room. There wasn't much said. You know, it was pretty quiet. No anger, no chairs thrown, nothing like that. You know, they seemed like they had a calm, quiet confidence that they could try to get back in this game. So.
Yeah, and the Storm with that big second quarter, and the Millrats just don't look like themselves. Certainly not the team we saw in the third quarter last night.
Yeah, no. I think the big thing is also London shot 55% for three-point range, which really doesn't ever happen. So I mean, combined with that and us keep losing our composure is why they got the big lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Foul is on Nick O'Corey, number 21. O'Corey's second
Sorry
foul.
about that Forrest Gump comment in the first quarter there, Ray.
Now coming into the game, Dwayne Smith in for the Storm, and so is Jeremy Williams.
So a 14-point lead for the Storm. And as always, it seems like a good time to mention that for all your legal troubles, Lawson Creamer Law Firm is an official sponsor of the St. John Millrats. And right now it's a crime that the St. John Millrats are down 14 points on their home floor, but they're making a good comeback here.
Yep, and at this pace, I could have them on retainer by the end of the game. Another miss. Chance for the Storm to bring the ball up. Moss now has it, sets up, steps in and outside the three-point line, finds a little bit of room, splits the D, and robbed of the ball was Antonio Ballard, as getting right up onto him was Jermaine Blackburn. That was a here today, gone tomorrow, as Ballard had the ball knocked out of his hands. And that's the kind of play that you need. You know, Steve just mentioned it. Keep your composure. Don't change your game just because you're trailing right now. Stick with the game plan. It's like financing.
Antonio
Look
Ballard.
long-term. Long-term. That's why I've got it planned. I can retire when I'm 109.
That's about right. That'd be great if you were a vampire. Isn't there a commercial out that says that?
Yeah.
Possession arrow says
some days I feel like The
ball.
Walking Dead. Only from the neck up, though. 4:03 to go in the third quarter. 16 points your difference here. David Delano along with Jason Perkins here, bringing you all the action from Harbor Station. Just under 2,000 faithful here tonight trying to cheer on the Millrats. Big shot from the outside, and they just keep dropping them. Nick Corey, 4-3. And every time the Millrats try to get back into this one, you see that kind of offense coming out of the Storm.
Foul is on Jeremy Williams. Williams' third
Corey
foul
now,
of the game.
5 from 9 from the field.
15 foul puts us in bonus.
For 14 points. Ed Jones. Ed Jones leading right now as far as points go for the Storm.
Anderson 1 for 2.
A little bit of delay there, pulling our DAC stats up here as we use the Wi-Fi here at Harbor Station. Oh! Shooting daggers now was Moss. Quick up front for Anderson now. Tries to set that one up. Drives into the paint. Can't hold on to it.
Oh! Big alley-oop. Bit of a jam.
That's how you do it. Dwayne Smith with the dominant slam. Your score now 84-61 in favor of the visiting Storm. A huge opportunity for them as they have the friendly schedule to head back home, as they will take on Ottawa on the 29th of the month, and then on February 4th, Halifax. So again, looking at two teams below them in the standings. St. John from here, road trip. They go on to take Moncton on. That one on February 2nd. And then fly into Ottawa to take on the Skyhawks on the 5th. So the pendulum is swinging in the Atlantic Division as far as the standings go, with a performance
it is Jonas
put
Pierre.
on here by the Storm.
Big outside shot from the Storm. That one rims out. Jonas Pierre with the rebound.
Looking for a little bench strength now as the Millrats work into some of their depth. Trying to find the answer here tonight. Levitt can't get it to drop, but he will draw the foul.
Jeremy Williams drawing the foul there.
Tyrone Levitt.
Williams' fourth foul of the game.
3 for 3 so far from
Tyrone
the line.
Levitt stepping up to shoot a pair.
As he's chipped in for 9 points here this
Radio
evening.
coming into the game for the Millrats.
Levitt comes up with the cold hands on the first one.
Levitt 1
Drops
for 2.
the second one. Now down an even 20 with 2:15 to go in the third quarter. That one rims out on the outside from the hands of Van Zandt. Chance now for the Millrats to bring it up. Anderson, nice pick play there that frees up Radio, but they can't get the tip to go. Little dish. All Millrats on that one, is running out of real estate was Dwayne Smith. One of the 3 Canadian roster players for the Island Storm. Fresh shot clock now off the miss. Anderson looks for a little bit of free room, gets it, drops it for a deuce. And if the Millrats are going to get back in this one, it's going to come off the hands of Anthony Anderson.
Absolutely, one basket at a time with Tyrone Levitt out there and Herring Jr. You'll see some scoring come from them, but Anthony Anderson is certainly going to have to throw this team on his back to get them back into this one, now down 18.
Following that one all the way around. Nice ball control by Van Zandt.
Nick O'Corey.
Frustration now starting to show on the faces of the Millrats. Again, another loose ball. Anderson does the only thing he can do, is banks it off Jeremy Williams. The Millrats will maintain control. Look for the inbound here. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Levitt kicks that one out, sets up some open space for Anthony Anderson. He hits the ground with no call. Can't get that one to drop. Trying to move this one in and out. Finally, it was Williams that took the attempt.
Foul is on Radio. That's Radio's first foul of the game, second team foul.
The foul will go against the Storm, against the Millrats, so it'll be an opportunity for the Storm. Up by 20 now with 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. Antune going to the line. 1 for 2 so far. He's got 8 points here. Let's make it 9.
Atwahidi 1 for 2.
Storm maintain ball control.
Travel on the play.
Called for the travel on that one. Was Dwayne Smith.
Millrats ball.
Chance now for the Millrats on the inbound. Anderson. Take his time, bringing him up over the half court. Shot clock's awash. 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Set this one up for the shot. Inside the three-point line. No arc on that ball. It's loose. And the horn goes.
Break, we have got the Storm up.
And after 3 quarters of play, the Island Storm blow into St. John and hold on to an 87-66 point lead. We're going to take a quick break here, folks, and be back with your fourth and final quarter here from Harbor Station.
Your St. John Millie's dance team with special accompaniment by our web announcer, Dave DeLine, shaking his stuff back there.
It is official. We
Ladies
think
and
we
gentlemen,
just
get out
heard a
your
pin drop.
50-50 tickets. Here is tonight's winning ticket
A
number.
little quiet here in Harbor Station. Even my third quarter dance couldn't get the crowd going here.
If your ticket
tried.
is A21929,
I didn't know you had
once
that
again,
in you.
A21929.
Yeah. You have no idea what I got in me.
Take your ticket over to Section
So
A
they
and
just
claim
announced
your
the 50-50.
prize.
Somebody's going home with $1,148. Now's the time to check, because if our ticket came in, we will be looking for an intern to come in here and finish off the fourth quarter for us. 87-66 your score. Millrats with the ball. Herring Jr. steps in, drives in the paint, puts that one up. Again, can't get the bounce. The basketball gods not friendly to the Millrats here this evening. Now they'll work it around side as the Storm have it. 12 seconds on the shot clock. I would think the Island would utilize as much of the clock as they possibly can now in the fourth quarter. And why take the opportunity to possibly force a turnover or give anything that gives the momentum back to the Millrats?
At the line.
Going to need to go with the ball control offense.
And Tiatuahini.
Foul now on radio.
Yep. Technical foul. I didn't pick up the number on that one.
That makes his third
I had
foul.
the pleasure of speaking with
After the
radio
two
at
shots,
halftime, and he did not
Storm is
seem
going to
overly
retain
thrilled with
possession
progress
of the ball.
referees and their interpretation of the game now. He takes the technical foul.
Yeah, okay, it was radio that took the technical.
Now again, this is the first of four
So
shots from the
Antunes
foul
step
line,
up to the
ladies and
line.
gentlemen.
His bubblicious sneakers and all. Money shot.
Atuahini goes 4 for 4 from the charity
Wow.
stripe. But due to the technical, the
Does
Storm
that ever make a
retained
difference
possession
now?
of the ball.
Ouch, end the ball.
Yeah, 91-66, plus you maintain control. Now there you got to love it. There's a fan with a giant Bubbles head from Trailer Park Boys, who, mind you, is a St. FX grad. He's an English major from St. FX.
And Rich.
Yeah, which really makes me look forward to my daughter's career when she graduates. Oh, jeez, Ricky.
Foul is on
And the
number 20,
fouls
Eric
are
Cruikshank.
flying fast and furious now.
That is Cruikshank's first foul of the game. Third team foul.
91-66 as we open up the fourth quarter.
Shooting is Dwayne Smith.
The Island outscoring the Millrats 31-22 there in the third. Taking a look at some of the statistics, anything that stands out for you, Jason, in the third quarter and up until this point.
Yeah, the Island Storm shooting 10 for 18 from the three-point line, 55%, and that's not something they typically do. Eating up a lot
1
of
for
minutes
2 from the
with
strike.
Antonio Ballard,
Debo Diarra entering in the game.
27 minutes, and not going too deep into their bench is St. John.
Cool
Four
Mo
players
Devo.
Over 30 minutes played so far. Tyrone Levitt, Anthony Anderson, Doug Herring Jr., and Jermaine Blackburn. Leading the scoring for St. John is Blackburn at 23. And Ed Jones, as you pointed out, with 22.
Anthony Anderson for 3.
Big shot from the outside, Anthony Anderson, as Modibo Jara checks into the game now here from the Millrats. Looking to get something going. The big man runs out to play some defense, tries to go off against Moss.
Sean
One late
Van
at
Zandt for the
fadeaway.
Storm.
That'll go down. So I'm guessing we did not win the 50-50?
Drive through tonight, my friend.
Yeah, nothing worse than an 11 o'clock value meal. Van Zandt now with the ball. I called Moss on that earlier when it was Van Zandt. My apologies. And on that one, that was Jeremy Williams. As the Storm approaching triple digits. Herring Jr., big point for 3.
Dug
And again,
shot that one.
A hope and a prayer goes up on that one to keep the Millrats within striking distance. The Storm set this one up on the outside. Ball comes back to Smith. Drives it. Drops it down again, and it just...
Jeremy Williams.
They can't miss on offense. No. Everything's dropping for the Island right now.
You know, the home side's got to hope that the first to 100 does not win, as the Storm are on the brink right now, 99-72.
Foul on Jeremy
They got the
Williams.
good blessings of Anna Green Gables or something
Williams
going out
fifth
there,
foul
because
of the
everything
game.
is working for them at this point.
First team foul for the Storm. Doug
Gotta
Herring Jr.
think,
He'll
it's
shoot
gotta be
two.
fatigue at this point. St. John does not look like the same team we saw in here last night. Certainly in the third quarter, St. John against the Halifax, able to blow things open. And so far in this game, third quarter wasn't there, fourth quarter now. Still lots of time to play. Anything could happen, but St. John's going to have to go on a quick run and fast.
A very physical affair last night that does take the toll on the players. You know, looking for that quick turnaround.
Swish for two.
You know, the NBL of Canada plays a compressed schedule, so you see a lot of those back-to-back and weekend games where literally the visiting team can come in and have a night off and watch the home team play, and really does a little bit to that home court advantage. Loose ball, Jarrah picks it up. Hands it off to Anderson. Modiba will take up some real estate as Herring Jr. tried to do the little behind the back pass there, and it went off the Storm player, so no harm, no foul, as they will maintain control and look to inbound the ball.
Antonio Ballard coming in for the Storm.
Jarrah at a radio, back to Herring Jr. That was an air ball, but followed up nicely by Anthony Anderson. (99-76) now. The Storm have come in here tonight and have definitely tamed the hometown Rats. One-hander misses. Anderson comes up with the rebound. He's got Cruikshank in the game now. Anderson puts that one up. Oh, Cruikshank misses on the follow-through but stays with it. Cruikshank went to call the officials' attention on what was going on. Well, the ball was loose, and I don't think he realized it. And now he gets called for the foul. He takes a seat at the half court and gets back up. And you've got to watch for a technical on something like that. No matter what the score is, an official does not want to be showed up by a player. That got Coach Spahn up on his feet pretty quickly as he gave the one-handed move. Loose ball kept in by Herring. Radio Herring, alley-oopy, baby!
What a jam!
That's how you get her done.
Doug Herring Jr.
And to make sure no momentum changes hands, the Storm call a timeout as the last gasp of life by the Millrats on that one to bring it within 21 points.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
so St. John
we get
right
you
now
to direct your
have to
attention
come
up to the
this
big
timeout
screen
looking for
where it is time now for the
99-78,
Ford
score down
Downey
22
Ford drive
on
of
their
the game.
21 on their home floor.
And here we go with our drive of the game.
Still lots of time as we take a look at the Ford, Downey Ford, that is, drive of the game. And of course, it was that last play.
Jermaine Blackburn going up.
Not the last play.
Nope, like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And it drops for two. That is your Downey Ford drive of the game.
We could call it the Jason Perkins drive of the game.
Hey, that's right.
Yep.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get you to direct your attention to the big screen again where the Millrats are pleased to present Bob Gould.
Well, there you go, Bob Gould,
tonight's
winner.
$1,148.
And if anybody's looking for Bob, he will be buying beverages up in Section J after he gets his check from winning the 50-50. And, of course, the Millrats Foundation, big supporters of the community here, and some
Folks,
of the
team is going to be on the road
great
for the next
efforts
few
that
games.
money
However,
goes
you can
to.
still support the team by watching live at nblcanada.ca.
I can't stop looking at the bubble
Simply go
giant
to the
head
website
over on the other
and
side.
click
I'm just
watch live.
It is.
Also, fans, don't forget.
It is.
Stick around after the game as the Millrats and the Millies
So
dancers
gut check
will be
time.
available on
St.
the
John's,
concourse. They will be
7:48
signing
left to
autographs.
play.
If you've not met the
They're
team,
coming out
that
of
is
the
your
timeout.
chance to
Nice,
go up
alley-oop there
and
to
meet
Doug
them.
Herring to get the fans back into it, and of course, as you pointed out, to make sure the momentum doesn't swing back in their favor. Joe Salerno with a strategic timeout.
Yeah, and right now, if you're the Millrats, you know what? Go for it. You know, there's no sense in trying to play strong defense at this time. You've got to look for turnovers. You've got to try to steal the ball. You've got to be aggressive and look at every opportunity that you can. Nice play by Cruikshank there to keep that ball in play, and there you go. That's the steal. What do you do off the turnover now is what counts, as Anderson just wants to do it himself, and that's the way they're going to have to try to do it as he puts it in for 3 points.
Doctor, you can hang a star.
Home run
on
pass
that
there as
one.
Modibo Jera runs the Storm player out of real estate.
Might have been a little pass interference on that one, but Jarrett got away with it.
No flag on the play, so no harm, no foul, but Tangang got run out of real estate towards the end there as Modibo Jera, who, as you can see over the last 2 years, his physical conditioning has improved. Herring can't make that one work. Now the Storm look for the quick break. Slow it back down. Moss looks to set that one up, gives it to Jones. Jones, little bounce pass to Moss. Oh, nice little underhand pass to Ballard, but he ran out of room.
Radio hasn't had a break from the officials.
Foul is on radio. Radio's fourth foul of the game.
Ball on that last one.
Yeah, the tic-tac worked, but they missed the toe.
Antonio Ballard.
So Ballard will go to the line.
For two. Ladies and gentlemen, you know your stuff.
So far this evening, Ballard 2 for 2. Had a total of 8 points going into that one.
Ballard 2 for 2.
That's right. You can't get a run together now, as Steve Yankopoulos points out. It seems St. John just can't quite get off the mat. Still lots of basketball left to play, but St. John's going to have to come up with some answers and some stops.
Anthony Anderson,
as he's done for 3-4 years now.
Situation.
Jump on my back, boys, and I'm going to take you to the promised land. Works hard to drop a deuce on that one. Now you start looking at the double teaming. Looked like Cruikshank was looking for the intentional foul on that one and got away with it. As St. John's going to get the ball as their Storm players going down everywhere. Salerno working the official on the near side. Kind of looked like somebody sliding into second base so that you couldn't get the double play. Took the second or the shortstop out coming across.
Modibo Jera fell down underneath the basket, and he was long enough to take out 3 different Storm players. Inadvertent contact. Officials say play on.
Modibo Jera could take out 3 Storm players and the Martello Tower if he lied down across the court. So, radio sparks a little bit of life in this St. John crowd. 15 now your difference. We talked about what they can do on a turnover, and this is where it's got to come from. Moss with the miss, trying to keep that one in, and they did. Nice defensive play there by Ballard. New shot clock. And this is where you want to utilize the shot clock if you're the Storm. Moss comes to the near side, putting that one up, and the miss was Jones, and here come the Millrats again. Herring Jr. into the paint, out to Modibo. Like a hot potato, he gives it right back to him outside to Anthony Anderson. And there's flames coming out of that man's hands right now. Anthony Anderson founding his mojo. Moss, nice spin move on Jera. He'll drop that one. I don't know where the extra one's going to come on that one. You got to be kidding me. I'd love to see the replay on that one because Cruikshank wasn't really even involved in the play.
Foul was on Eric Cruikshank. Cruikshank's third foul. Adrian Moss.
That one right out of Scooby-Doo because that's the mystery foul. Oh no, Professor Jenkins. There's a foul there that goes to the credit of Coach Joe Salerno. Even though the team was up, he's continued to work the officials, and you know what? He got one on that one.
Absolutely. Now 15 the difference as that one rims out.
Nice rebound by Jera. Out to Radio. Kick it out to Herring Jr. Drops it for a tray.
Jr. Shooting that
12 points. Now your difference. Panic is not settled in on the Storm, but I would say they're going to be clenching the ball a little bit tighter here now as Moss works it around to the outside. There's the miss, and Anthony Anderson with the rebound. Anderson to Herring Jr. Back out to Anderson, 10 on the shot clock. Anderson finds some paint and uses the glass and drops it in. And he's going to go to the line with a chance to bring this down to single digits.
Foul is on Adrian Moss.
Anyone's
Moss's
game now, and you
second
got to give a
foul
lot
of
of
the game.
credit to the
Second
defense
team
of
foul
Modibo Jara. Didn't get off
for
the
the
bench in the
Storm.
last game against Halifax.
Anderson's going to shoot
Comes
one.
in with fresh
Ladies
legs.
and gentlemen, how are you doing?
Causing all kinds of havoc and taking up lots of real estate. And the fans are going to let him hear it now as he heads to the bench to take a breather.
Jonas Pierre coming in.
Pierre comes in now for Modibo Jara. Did exactly what he was asked to do out there. The Millrats right now outscoring the Storm 28-16. It looks like Moss might have sprung a leak out there. He might have to go to the bench, and yeah, he's going to have to go. So they're going to have to substitute Moss. That's a huge loss.
Anti-Atwahidi coming in for the Storm.
The Storm,
some repairs
not
needed
necessarily
for
on the offense when it comes to points, but as a setup man.
Anderson makes that one a three-pointer.
Get him a Band-Aid and plug a hole in the leak he sprung on his elbow there. As now we got it down to single digits. 9 points your difference. Storm moving this around, kicking around the outside. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Still looking for something to happen, and Tue goes in. Oh, nice play by Pierre to knock the ball loose. Radio Herring Jr. Cruikshank can't come down with the rebound. 3 Millrats around that one, but Jonas Pierre, and in the frustration, the Storm throw that one out of bounds.
.338 to go here. St. John within 9. All the momentum now swinging back in their favor, but they've still got a lot of work to do.
Anderson just drives it himself and takes it home.
Driving Miss Daisy.
104-97, folks. Hang on tight. The Millrats crawled their way back into this in the fourth quarter for what they gave away in the second quarter. And we got ourselves a ball game. Ballard break free of Cruikshank, loose ball again. They're going to call a foul on the Millrats on that one, as it was either Cruikshank or Pierre that got his hands in on that.
Foul is on Jonas Pierre. That's Pierre's first foul of the game.
Modibo will go back into the game.
At the line will be
Pierre
Antonio Ballard.
out.
A round of applause for Jonas Pierre Modibo in the game.
So Moss Now's got a new jersey. So Moss will now be wearing number 24.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen.
He's got a Band-Aid on his elbow, and he's now got a new jersey on. And, of course, if you remember the ill-fated Montreal Jazz when they came in here for the first time and one of the jerseys didn't have the logo or the number on it.
That's right. It was a practice jersey.
Yeah.
1 for 2 goes Ballard.
So, again, St. John will take the foul on that one and only give up 1 point. 8 your difference as Anderson gets all kinds of real estate by Modibo Jarrah, but he's going to get called on that one. Yeah, that was pretty evident.
Yeah, but a big difference.
Foul is on Modibo Jarrah. Jarrah's first foul of the game.
Our side that saw the play clearly said, "Go on, get up, no call," and then
Yeah.
the other official came up and changed the call. Interesting to see at this stage of the game. 3 minutes left to play. So much on the line for St. John.
Ballard now calling the offensive calls. Steps inside the paint. Strong D by Jarrah. Puts it up, puts it down.
Ballard for 2.
Good patience there by Al Stewart to just knock that one down. Modibo Jarrah, good fundamental defense, but Al Stewart's offense just a shade better.
Oh! Big shot from the outside to bring this one within 7 points. Anthony Anderson.
That's his 40th point.
Nice spin move to break free on that was number 5, Antonio Ballard.
Millrats.
And the Storm will call a timeout. And if you ever want to call upon your 6th man in the crowd right now, that's what the Millrats need. Pump up the volume, folks, and try to bring this one home.
Noise meter. We want to hear you. 2:24 to go. Let me hear you if you believe. Where my Hack representatives Friday night, this is
here in the
weekend
fourth quarter now with
basketball.
40 points total for the game. Jermaine Blackburn with 23 hasn't seen much time on the court here in the fourth quarter. All the momentum now at the later stages of the game coming back to St. John.
Yeah, Anderson, like you mentioned, 40 points. He's also got 9 rebounds to go in with that.
Some of you aren't clapping.
The double-A
We can
show
see you.
continues. And, you know, if you're tuned into this game and you're in the St. John region and you haven't taken in a Millrats game, shame on you. Because you are missing out on tremendous value to come down here and watch this elite level of professional basketball at really a very family-orientated price. Lots of kids, lots of families out here, so check the schedule and come on down. Probably safe to say, Jason, that over the last 4 years, you and I have probably seen more games than just about anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, right back to year 1 when the team was part of the PBL, and then seeing the birth of the NBL of Canada, where it's grown to a 9-team league now.
Situation
Talk of
PEI
Western
2,
Canada
St. John
expansion possibly down the road. Jarrah over to Herring Jr., 10 seconds on the shot clock. Herring Jr. so far leading the team in assists this evening. Little give and go underneath the basket there, but you know what? You'll take the foul if that's the call. Yep.
Herring Jr. now down, wincing. Little contact. Looks like he might have taken a shot to the ribs or maybe lower.
Either that or I think he might have landed on his arm or his wrist is
Foul
what it
is
looked
on
like
Antonio
from here.
Ballard. Ballard's 4th foul of the game. That's
Definitely
13
in some
foul for
pain.
the Storm.
The team therapist, Kathy Simon, makes her way out
Round of
there.
applause for Herring Jr., folks.
And he's going to immediately tell her I'm okay. Coach Salerno having a conversation on the sidelines here with Antui, and radio standing right beside him listening to what's said.
Little gamesmanship between those two throughout the game as the quick interview I had with radio at the half. Antahini came out and just sort of stood there for a few minutes just to see what was going on.
Yeah. All's fair in love, war, and basketball. Big point there by Herring. Brings it within a 3-score game now. And another one.
Herring Jr. shakes it off. 2 for 2
2 minutes to go, folks. Stay tuned. Lots of basketball here tonight still left. And they're going to call the offensive foul. Give credit to Radio on the technical earlier where he sold that play of, hey, ref, you want to keep an eye open. And he just got the payback for it.
Anthony Anderson now leads the charge for St. John. Modibo Jara creating lots of room for him to work. Finds Herring Jr. who surveys the floor. Herring Jr. in isolation with Corey. Herring drives to the basket. And there it is, folks. Within 5 of the St. John Millrats.
Jr. for 2.
Minute and a half to go. St. John, lots of work left. Trying to force the shot from the outside now from the Storm. Oh, Crookshank's going to get called on the foul on that one, but you know what? With the time on the clock, that's not a bad call.
Yeah,
foul is on Eric Crookshank. Crookshank's 4th foul of the game.
Radio and Anthony Anderson both could have been the
Antti Atwehini is going to come to the line. I'll hand it over to you.
Look at Eric Crookshank's face. He just lives for these sorts of moments. He loves the fans, loves to play basketball. Let's hear what the fans have to say about these free throws. So with that, 6 points. Anthony with a chance now to stretch it to 7.
Atwehini 2 for 2. Dig the fancy shoes.
Yeah. So here's how the play's drawn up. Get the ball moving around. Anthony Anderson, shoot for 3.
That's got to be it from here on out. Doug Herring Jr., of course, also shooting well from the outside.
Finds Anderson open for the 3-pointer. Comes up shy. But Modibo Jara! The big man! Gives then the big rebound and then drops it for a deuce. Under a minute to go. St. John willing to give up a little time before you start the intentional foul. Ballard moves in on Crookshank. Up, down. Gets it to go.
Antonio Ballard for 2.
Herring Jr. now with 42 seconds to go. Brings it right up the sideline. And Radio's going to get called on that one. And there you go. And the Storm player, that's Nick Corey,
foul of the game,
who's been money here this evening.
And Nico Corey got most of the third quarter and half of the fourth quarter off. You see him get off the bench. Their star player was taking most of the night off, but as St. John chipped away at the lead, forced to get back on the floor, and just an outstanding athlete, causing frustration for the St. John side. 35 seconds left to play. 7 points your difference.
Inbound and a foul, maybe?
You got to think at this point, the trap doesn't.
There it is, yeah. Radio doesn't like the idea, but you know what? You're running out of clock time now, so you've got to do that. Force them to go to the line.
Foul is on Radio. That's Radio's 6th foul of the game.
Yeah.
He fouls out.
Gutsy effort today from Radio.
Sean Van Zant's going to shoot 2 for the Storm.
Standing ovation as he comes off.
30 seconds to go on the clock as we take a look at the full statistics on the screen there. 113 to 106. Timeout on the court. So St. John's going to answer with Herring Jr., Dara, Crookshank, Anderson, and Tyrone Levitt will go back in.
The game for the Millrats.
On the other side, you've got a Corey, Antonui, Smith, Ballard, and just looking for the last one that's out there, which will probably be the guy at the line right now, which is Sean Van Zant, answering back for the Island.
Keeping the window open with that missed free throw.
Crowd's got its mojo working, I see. Timeout, Millrats.
Coach Vaughn will call timeout to talk this one over.
30 seconds to go on the clock, 114 to 106. And I want to just go on record that I've gone through almost the entire broadcast without making a Justin Bieber joke.
Broadcast isn't over yet.
Oh. Guess I blew it then, didn't I?
Yep. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
The best one I've seen today, and I saw a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They had a Miley Cyrus next to a Justin Bieber as mugshot, and it was with makeup and without makeup, and it was uncanny how much
Yes,
like.
yes. And you know what? In a jail room brawl, I'd take Miley Cyrus over the Bieb. Oh, yeah. Leave it to Bieber. All right, folks, 30 seconds to go. 114-106. The Storm have the lead right now. A strong fourth quarter. A 13-point differential as the Millrats have outscored the Storm 40-27. Sorry, 13-point differential. It's the new math. It's kind of like the old math, but I never understood either one of them.
So coming out of the timeout, St. John will get the ball in the front court. You can feel the draft coming in now as a few fans have headed for the exits, but most of them staying here strong.
I'm going to say you got to shoot for three probably on this one if you get the chance. And not able to keep that one in, but did it go off the Storm player? I think it did.
Yeah, St. John will retain possession.
So 4 seconds go off the clock on that one. So Anderson will try to find his way into some real estate. They put that one underneath the basket to Levin. They're going to wash it out.
Storm with a foul to give. Oh, it wasn't shooting, though, so he'll head to the line.
All right.
In favor of St. John as that stops the clock.
So no time off the clock on that one. A freebie, so to speak. Levitt drops it. His 11th point. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. This with an opportunity to make it a 2-score game, and he drops it.
Levitt, good timeout.
And timeout called by the Storm. 26.9 seconds off. A 2-possession difference here. And for those few fans that did leave your seats and head to the parking lot, what the frig were you thinking?
Yeah, you missed a heck of an ending here. St. John really with off the back of 40 points by Anthony Anderson. Really just outstanding play. And you got to wonder if there's an injury to Jermaine Blackburn, who hasn't seen much time here in the fourth quarter.
We take a look at some of the young fans taking in the action here this evening. Of course, Harbor Station, the crown jewel, is an entertainment complex here in Atlantic, Canada. Been here for hockey games, concerts, truck and tractor pulls. The KISS concert here was amazing. And of course, KISS, proud owners of an arena football team now. The LA KISS. Gene Simmons, the marketing genius. And they're also playing this weekend as the Anaheim Ducks and the Los Angeles Kings are playing an outdoor game in Dodger Stadium. And KISS will be playing the pregame in one of the intermissions.
If you could stack up something that makes no sense whatsoever, it would be KISS playing at a hockey game in LA.
Yes, outdoors.
Outdoors.
Yeah, but that's okay, though, because the football game for the Super Bowl, play that under 3 feet of snow in New York. That makes perfect sense. Here we go, folks. Get her done time. The Storm will go to the line.
Foul is on Doug Herring Jr., 4th foul for Jr. Antonio Ballard is coming up to shoot 2.
Huge free throw right now out of the hands of Ballard. It's a 3-possession game once again. I thought somebody opened the door at the West End. I don't know. I think it's the pulp mill.
About right.
And good on the second one. So get it over the half court, shoot for 3. Just like that. Anderson can't get it to go. Nice airtime by Ballard to pull that one down. No forced foul so far by the Millrats. There it is there as Levitt will step in. Force the foul.
Foul is on number 34.
On Antune.
Tyrone Levitt. Levitt's 3rd foul of the game. Antti Atwahini will come to shoot 2.
Junior out in front of us right now managed to stay in the game despite clearly
having
some issues with his wrist.
Absolutely. He's still holding on to that one. And I'm going to be holding on to a Thunder mug in about 10 minutes from now. .6 to go. A gallant effort by the Millrats in the 4th quarter that unfortunately at this point is going to come up a little bit short, as into the game now and taking the foul on that play was Dwayne Smith.
Antonio Ballard. Ballard's
the Canadian player, guard out of Tennessee Martin.
Smith will shoot 2 for your Millrat.
Smith now to the line with 3.1 seconds to go. Drops one. Or maybe that was me.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Misses on the second one, follows up on his own. Swing, miss, any way you slice it, you're coming up nuts, and you're coming up short.
Score, the Storm 117, the Millrats 111.
The Island Storm
thank you very much for your support.
will come out of St. John with a 117 to 111 victory here for this evening. And again, it's the tale of 2 games. St. John, a big start, come out strong in the first quarter, gave it away in the second quarter, and just basically ran out of steam when it came down to the finish.
Good night now.
John coming off the back-to-back. You got to think, you look out there, you see the injuries to Herring Jr. and also, of course, you got to give notches to the big 40-point effort from Anthony Anderson, but not quite enough tonight.
Yeah, and of course, Moss goes out, takes the cut on the elbow. They're able to hold him off on the bench, and he doesn't come back in. Bench strength on both sides, but at the end of it, the fans are